Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So let's see here. Missouri, New Jersey are heading to Pearl Harbor, where they're just gonna sit for a little while and see if that can help generate some missions for them. Meanwhile, North Carolina and Washington are heading over here to intercept some French ships, let's say battleship and some cruisers. And the Japanese capital ships are just all over the place. I don't know what they're trying to do, if they're getting home, maybe, to defend against some kind of invasion. Or participate in an invasion. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out when we hit next month. Let's see, these battleships. This battleship, singular. Where did the other battleship go? Hang on. The other Colorado, Montana, Santo Domingo. Here it is. Overcrowding the port. I think we're just gonna send these to Miami, and then Montana can go there once she's repaired. Anything particularly interesting happening in the field of research? We're getting Mark 5 7-inch guns in 2 months. Some better funnels. That's just that. In 6 months, we're getting modern Battlecruiser 2. I might actually want to accelerate that to 2 months. So if nothing else happens in this episode, at least we can design some new ships. Something to finally replace the Pennsylvanias. Because they're, yeah, the 13-inch guns are not really gonna cut it in the future, I think. Eventually my old battleships, the standard battleships, will also be replaced, and I will save some of them as museum ships. So don't worry, I'm not scrapping all of them. Let's go to October. Alright, tensions are tensioning up. We got some strikes against Saipan and against Saigon. British are losing lots of transports, as are the French. Okay, Morocco is revolting. 75%. 21%. I would have thought that would be higher, being that the needed tonnage is so low. I guess we're moving at the battlecruisers then. USS Pennsylvania is in battle. Alright. Alright. Coggy class battlecruiser, 18.2-inch guns. Interesting. I wonder if this is the the same class of battlecruiser as we saw very early on in the campaign. I don't think it should be that scary now, seeing as these have been refit. Let's try it out. Pennsylvania already firing. Just gonna have the light cruisers follow for now. Now, which ship am I firing at? What is what here? That is a light cruiser. That's a light cruiser. That's a light cruiser. That is the battlecruiser. Yeah, I think that's the one from the start of the campaign, which is still in service. Yeah, 18.2 inch guns. They still have range though. Pennsylvania should focus on that one. Or actually, no, I want to kill these light cruisers first. They got torpedoes and a quite frightening rate of fire. The battlecruiser seems to not be hitting that much. Let's get rid of the escorts first, yeah? Then go for the big one. Now, even though it did have decent range, I can definitely outrange it. From the torpedoes. Did not hit. First light cruiser has been identified. It's got 12.6 kilometer torpedoes. Now, light cruisers, please focus on the enemy light cruiser. Let's see, this one. The big guns, they are Mark 1, okay. That means they are really not that dangerous, because their base accuracy is kind of low, and the penetration is also quite bad. But they should still hurt if they hit the Pennsylvania or any of the light cruisers. problem basically being that they don't hit. Pennsylvania isn't hitting much right now either. Let's set the light cruisers free. Yeah, light cruisers are eating the Hiroshima alive. Hiroshima launched torpedoes. They don't seem to be on target. What happened to Ames? Did you take a torpedo or a big hit from something? Not an 18-inch hit, so I guess it was just multiple 7-inch. Now, Pennsylvania, you can now focus on the battlecruiser. Which doesn't have that much armor, so it should be a pretty easy kill. There we go, flash fires. Let's just not eat any of these torpedoes, shall we? Yeah, this ship was basically as old as my Pennsylvania's, just not been refit in its lifetime, unlike the Pennsylvania. And that was it. Yeah. Quite outdated. Let's see what more is happening. We did not get a battle with this group, but we can keep trying. There we go. Heading here. That should lead to a battle. Are the British actually pushing effectively into... It seems like most of these land invasions have just... they're just not going anywhere. That's okay. Yeah, these two have almost made it into port. Yeah, that's gonna be 1 month, even not prioritized. That's good. So, if nothing else, we can design a fast battleship, battlecruiser thing next month. Alright, we have 2 meetings. and a couple of strikes and some other things. Germany and Austria-Hungary. Seems I'm siding with Germany. Another strike on Saipan. And on Saigon. Clash of fleets. Oh, it's the Iowa and Wisconsin versus a single light cruiser and a torpedo boat. Okay. It is something. The Iowas are firing. Let's go down to their cruising speed. Torpedo boats go home. Heavy cruisers go home. Light cruisers, I might need you to catch them if they try to run. But basically, I want the battleships to take the kills. They're actually not trying to run. Well. Ooh, that's one about to be dead torpedo boat. Guess the light cruisers can go pick up survivors or something. Let's see, it ain't much as far as a battle goes, but you don't know that when just looking at the thumbnail, right? Could that be considered clickbait? There we go. And there we go. Just getting obliterated. Oh yeah, that's actually the battle I was after. Again, North Carolina and Washington. Getting the big fights, while the Iowas just get to slap some light cruisers. Patrie class battleship, 15.5-inch guns, terribly slow, and one of the old Anjou class heavy cruisers. That's actually a human design, share design ship. It's quite old though. It's a 1917 design, I think. But I would still say it's quite decent. So let's try this. And we are firing. Torpedo boats just go home. Even though they have decent torpedoes, again, they are just here to protect the battleships from submarines. Which they have already done, seeing as they're both still floating. Oh, these are veterans already. They've actually been fighting worthy opponents. Is that the battleship getting obliterated by HE? Let's try AP and see what happens. That's decent. Is this the class that had no deck armor? Main deck, overpen, main... Oh yeah, that's why you're firing HE, isn't it? Because my ships can magically tell the armor thickness of the ship they're firing at. No, 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 don't switch targets. Because, yeah, the French have one battleship class that has 0 main deck armor. And I think that might be it. Main deck overpen, yeah, with HE. There you go. Target one each, and just stick to the target I've given you. No switching back and forth, please. It was even between the Washington and North Carolina, but North Carolina just took the lead, slapping its target for a whole bunch of damage. I like the sound of the 16-inch guns in this game. More so than the 18s, actually. 14 and 15, and it's fine too, but... Let's see, there's a DD and a torpedo boat left. Torpedo boat. Barely existing. DD barely existing. There we go. Yeah, North Carolina in the lead, 118 versus 79. Yeah, went from 118 to 247 against a an almost dead torpedo boat. So, yeah, the damage and hit point things in this game, not really sure how it works. I mean, this is a it was a pretty big battleship. It got slapped pretty hard, 32,000. Tiny torpedo boat, 166,000. How does it even have that many hit points? Unless the way damage works is just well, it is obviously not the way you would think it works compared to games like, for example, World of Warships, where each ship has a set amount of hit points. So. But yeah, North Carolina won that round. Why is that in blue and these are in green? I don't know. Thailand. Yeah, it was about time North Carolina got to shine a bit, because Washington has been stealing her spotlight in most of their battles. As she did in real life, when Washington and North Carolina encountered the Japanese battleship Kirishima. North Carolina had electrical problems, and Washington ended up being the one doing everything. It's kind of a simplified retelling of the story, but that's how it goes. Any other French ships to fight here? Casablanca. I mean, why not? Why not go bother the French some more? What's going on here? 83%, it's gonna be done next turn. 70%, also gonna be done next turn. Let's launch an invasion of Annam while it is still in French hands. Naval invasion, Annam. And we got the cruiser thing. Mark III 20-inch guns. And the turret mechanisms. Small gun barrels, not that interesting. Truth be told. Yeah, let's design a ship. People like the ship design, so I like the ship design. Alright. Fast battleship. That's the new hull, right? Yeah. What kind of guns can we use? We can use the 16s. That is nice. What kind of towers can we use? Is it not possible to use the towers that have the built-in barbettes? No, it is not. Not possible. It doesn't need to be this big, but it can be that big. And we got this tower that does connect. It does not connect. Got Generation 2 radar now. And this has amazing tower spotting already. This will not be a historical ship, or anything close to it. Max optimal speed is 32 knots. Can I push that up to 35? We're gonna go with oil 2. We're gonna go with diesel 2. Because you get a little bit more horsepower per ton. Mega long funnel. I think it would have looked better with shorter funnels, but that is what we have. So unless we want to do something weird, like I just wish I had the other kind of main tower that I have on the Iowas, where the main tower and the rear tower kind of connect. Guess we can fill this in with some secondary barbettes or something. Just looks a little bit too tall with the really tall funnels all the way up there. Now, barbettes. This is gonna be, this might be controversial, but instead of going with the 3 triple turrets, I want to go ABXY with double turrets. That looks a little bit weird because of this just being a triple turret with the middle gun removed, basically. The model. But yeah, I mean, if we're gonna make an ahistorical ship, might as well, right? Well, the Lexington was actually a battlecruiser design, but it was quite a bit older, and it didn't look modern like this. Ended up becoming an aircraft carrier. Improved Krupp cemented. Again, I want to go with Citadel 4 over 5, just because you get those nice resistance numbers. Capitalistic increased. Let's see, +5 gun range, +6 gun range. +8.5. Like, all of these 4 are actually pretty good. Well, maybe not SPD. Oh, it's not too bad. Does make your ammo lighter. Let's go with this to begin with, and then see what to do. TNT. -20 flash fire chances. -25. +3 shell penetration. +8. But this makes your shells lighter. Amatol, also not bad. Shellite, no thank you. Tetritol, TNA, no. Composition B. I think we're gonna go composition B. Actually. Now my guns have a range of 41 kilometers with AP. Accuracy at 20,000 meters is 2.9%. Penetration is 18.1 versus belt. At 40,000 it's 11.9 versus deck. Go with cordite. .2 at 20,000. So those are better numbers. Flash fire chance is 11.4. Now it's 0.6. Now it's 0. But that does reduce my let's see, 41.8, 41.3. Like, there's no actual visible difference in the gun performance other than losing a few hundred meters of range. That's some serious penetration numbers, though. Yeah. 18 at 20,000. 18.1 versus belt. Or this one, and here at 20,000 I get 3.2% accuracy rather than 2.9% at 20,000 using AP. But 11.4% flash fire chance? No, thank you. I'm gonna go 2 powder 12. .6% flash fire chance is not that huge. Radar 2. Let's add a scout plane as well. Now, I need to add something here because it just looks empty. It just doesn't fit. There we go, now it fits. Slightly better angles. Let's make these angles slightly better also. Yeah. Let's add some secondaries. It's a lot of 5-inch guns. Yeah, does not impact the arc of fire for the B turret. And there we go. Makes the funnels look a little bit more integrated, at least from a distance. Right, let's see. These are gonna be 1.6. There we go. 6-inch armor, 3-inch, and I cannot add any barbette armor. Now this is where we're gonna start to have to find a way to save some weight. We have a 4-weight offset. That's because I had to move everything forward, because otherwise these barbettes would not fit. And it didn't work holding down the shift key. They either slotted in place or they did not fit at all. What kind of deck pen am I realistically looking at? 6 inches? I guess that's fine. I don't think I can get 16 inches of belt armor. Nope. Impossible. But I can go down in speed a little bit. Now we're gonna add some more weight. Sorry about that, but that's how it's gotta be. Yeah, we need to shed some weight here. Everything is heavy. And there's still a 4-weight offset. What if I reduce my torpedo protection? That helps. I now just need to cut 600 tons. RDF makes no difference whatsoever. I mean, 34 knots is still quite a decent speed. What kind of maintenance? 20,000 a month. That's more than the North Carolina, less than the Iowa. So that's okay. Compared to the Pennsylvanias they are replacing, it's about twice as much. Brings me closer. What did that do to my flash fire chance? 1.2%. .9, but I'm very close. Brings it down to 0 again. Let's stick with that and reduce my weight somewhere else. Electrical 1. That does help. How about shaft 1? Yes. That helps. Yeah. Can I add some of these double 2-inch guns somewhere? I can. Yeah, no, they add too much weight. But yeah, close enough. If I remove these two. There we go. Because they would be washed out anyway in heavy seas. Let's say that's why they were removed. That's the USS Lexington. A modern, fast battleship kind of battlecruiser, which will in time replace the Pennsylvania class. Are we gonna build anything else? There's another battlecruiser hull I haven't built anything on. It could only take, I think, maximum 14-inch guns. Yeah, modern battlecruiser. Max optimal speed, 31.5. Large cruiser, that can go quite fast. Hull form 99, resistance 79. Yeah, this is just better. Floatability 90, resistance 80. Floatability 85, resistance 79. This one has a better hull form, but this one for some reason has a higher max optimal speed. So yeah, let's make another lighter battlecruiser, if that makes sense. And we're gonna go with 14-inch guns now, I think. .55 funnel capacity. Oh, you don't fit there. You don't fit there. Okay, I guess we're going with 3 of those. Oil 2, diesel 2. Main guns will be 14s. Let's start off like that. I can adjust the 4-weight offset later. And if I have to, I can go down to doubles instead of triples. Oh, not anti-torp 5, that's way too heavy. Basically, I like sticking with anti-torp 3 because it doesn't add as much hull weight as the later ones. So, torpedo protection 2 is plus 3.5 hull weight, 3 is plus 5 hull weight, so 1.5 more percent. Then we get another 1.5 up to torpedo protection 4. And another one up to 5. So it does add up. Increased ammo because I keep running out of ammunition. What's my flash fire chance? 0.5%? Yeah, that's doable. Or just 0. 0.5 is good enough. Overweights already. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with doubles. Could also go with an ABXY layout. No. ABX, I mean. Just make it like a baby, baby Iowa. That does work. It does work, but then it's just a baby Iowa, and I just want it to like be kind of different, as if that is in my alternate reality version of the US Navy, that's the main difference between battleships and battlecruisers. That the battlecruiser designs all retained the 8 guns in an ABXY layout from the Pennsylvania class. I got a 19-inch barbette for some reason. That's a lot. We can go 5.5. Yeah, that means I can still take deck penetrations out at 30 kilometers or more, but I can live with that risk, I think. I want some fore and aft belt. I know that's not really because American capital ships of this era had what was actually the all or nothing armor scheme. This is just an alternate citadel, meaning that they had good armor where it counted, and places like what would be the fore and aft belt in this game just had a very thin splinter protection. But here, I just don't want my ship to take a bunch of flooding from like a 5-inch gun or something. So I do want to keep some protection. Yeah, that equals to 5.5 of deck armor and 5.5 of turret top armor. That is nice. America class. Yeah. Why not? Or no, let's I need to think. Let's do the secondaries while I think. Oh, come on. I gotta turn it all the way around. There we go. Ship is now overweight by a little bit. Can turn down the range. It is plenty good enough. Let's do the bow first. Let's see. And it's pointing to here. If I mount that, yeah, no, that ruins the arc of fire. Can't really have that. They will not fit here. Maybe this has been refit and had the bowfers removed. No, I can't fit the 3-inch guns. Oh. Well, it has not had the bowfers removed. Let's make them 1.6. See if maybe that makes them fit somewhere they don't currently fit. Such is not the case. They do not fit here, even though it looks like they should. They do fit in these tubs though, and back here adds to my aft weight offset. That ruins the arc of fire. I mean, it does look good though. Like, these guns fitting where they're supposed to fit. If only they would fit up here. But no. Can't have that. Let's go with some doubles then. Yeah, they fit. They fit fine. Ooh, even up there? Oh, let's remove those. I think that's pretty nice. So, no, that's gonna be the Lexington class. We're gonna have the Lexington, the Saratoga, and some others. Well, that's gonna replace the current Saratoga, which is a Pennsylvania class. And this will be the Alaska class. I guess the name America will have to be saved for some kind of crazy super battleship. So the Alaska class was an actual class of, some call them battlecruisers or just large cruisers. Basically big heavy cruisers with 12-inch guns. And the naming convention for those where they were named after territories. Not cities like cruisers or states like battleships, but territories. So Alaska, Guam, and so forth. And I'm thinking, since I'm taking a bunch of territories that were not historically controlled by the United States, I do have a lot of names to use. Like, we could do a USS Cuba, a USS Peru, and so forth. Because, well, why not? They belong to me now. There we go. Let's save it. And not gonna do this now, but at one point we have to make a super battleship. Something, come on, load now. Something with more punch than even 16-inch guns. Something with like 20 or maybe just 17. They do look tiny though on that big hull. And the 20s aren't even Mark III yet, but the size difference just in the turrets. Oh, that's gonna turn you. Oh, you only fit in some places. Yeah, like the 20-inch guns are quite a bit bigger than the 16s. Like the turrets themselves as well as the guns. So they do look more right on a hull of this size. 108,000 tons. Even though, yeah, they're kind of stupid. And being Mark II, of course, they are far worse than the 16 Mark IV, but they're gonna get it upgraded sooner or later, but not right now. This is something we're saving for later. It's basically just gonna look like a big Iowa or Montana anyway. And surprisingly, the Alaska class, even though they're quite a bit more capable than the Pennsylvanias, they end up with the same maintenance cost per month. 9.6 million. Pennsylvanias are, well, a little bit more expensive. The Pennsylvanias are only 9.1 million, but not a big difference, surprisingly. 32,000 tons? 37,000. And these are faster, got better guns, better radar, better towers. So I'm thinking the Alaskas are gonna replace the Pennsylvanias, while these will fit kind of a slightly different role. Being, well, the hull is called fast battleship, and that is essentially what they are. But I think that's it for this episode. I didn't get that many battles, but I tried to make up for it by designing some ships. So I will see you next time. Might be a bit of a time skip if I can't get any good battles. We'll see. Goodbye, and take care.